man.
I need that.
Right now I'm feeling like Tyson. I was just breaking the ice. I'm all in your face. I know you don't like me.
Round for round, we go pound for pound. Built it from the ground. Get up and knock down. They feeling the sound. Feel like they watching now. Ooh, let's work it out. Build it to the clouds.
You gotta cut all that. We gotta cut all that, man. Nah, man. I want to thank you personally again for coming and joining me. This is episode plug number 7. We are locked in with Marcus Davila in the building. Real quick, man, I do want to give a quick shout out to some of the things that are coming up this weekend. This weekend we have TNB Promotions Firepower. Hey, this is going to be a hell of a lineup for a lot of great boxers on the scene. Definitely have one of the Davilas part of the fight night as well on Saturday. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Tiger Davila, definitely one of the main premier fights of the night as well. Make sure you buy your tickets now if you haven't already. We're going to be live in Floresville, Texas, Floresville Event Center again Saturday, February 7th. Make sure you buy your tickets ASAP. All right, no further less. Hey, welcome to the plug number 7. I want to thank everyone that's been on the YouTube channel, checking out some of the DJ mixes to, the interviews to some of our guests that we've had on the plug as well. You officially locked in for the plug number 7. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Marcus Davila is one of my favorite people in general. Met this guy while I was out DJing, actually one of the TNB Promotions fights as well. So being able to, he came up straight up to me and was like, man, you got it jamming in here. You got it jamming in here.
Yeah, the vibe, bro. You bring a vibe when you come out, man.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. But, man, this guy's a film director, father, veteran, all the above. We're excited to have him on number 7 to talk a little bit more about his debut movie, The American Coyote. So, hey, make sure y'all plug in and stay plugged in. Like, share, and subscribe. Welcome, Marcus Davila. What's going on,
hey,
man?
Thanks, man. I appreciate the opportunity to come out on the show, man.
Yeah.
I follow you, and the plug is the man for the music, bro.
Man.
You want to make a vibe, it's automatic. They got to get a hold of you, Julian.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate the cosign right there. Definitely a major cosign as well. Hey, we had a good time on media night as well. DJ Kane came out and performed off the rip, like spare the moment, you know what I'm saying? So that was really cool to see. I was all like, okay, let me play this song.
Yeah.
And then I took
You had it. You were ready.
I was ready.
Yeah, you don't got to get ready if you stay ready, right?
That's what I'm talking about. So people that, just now plugging in with us again, like, share, and subscribe. Marcus Davila's information is in the description as well. Go ahead and check out some of his stuff that he has going on. But for the people that are just plugging in, who's Marcus Davila outside of the titles and stuff like that?
Marcus Davila is the underdog.
Yes.
In the film business, there's, a lot of nepotism that happens where it's not necessarily bad because somebody did the same thing from your family in the same business or industry. We see it all over the world, right?
Correct,
all types of industries. So nepotism isn't always bad, but for me, I don't have anybody I can call and say, hey, you know what? I need a hookup on this film. Can you get me on the behind the scenes?
Yeah. Make this,
Can you plug me? Yeah. So
can you give me that Netflix special, which we're working on soon, real soon?
God willing, and it's all God's plan, right? In
Yes,
the
sir.
end. And he gave me the idea that let me put my stories out there in film, in this art media. And I've always been a people person. I've just I went to multiple high schools. I joined the military after, and I just
thank you for your service, man.
Thank you. I'm a friendly person, as long as we stay on good terms and stuff. Sure. And if not, we just cut it out the life. But
move from there.
Yeah, I wanted to do something where I could bring people together and be a captain of a team again, and bring that unity.
Yes.
I met my wife during COVID, and she was attending Los Angeles Film School. Sabrina Trevino.
Nice.
She's in the crowd.
Yes, plugged in.
Yeah. So while she was going, I just I've appreciated film since I was a child, watching them with my parents, just immersing yourself, right, in these films for 2 hours where you're living in this world because of the authenticity that they have.
And the storytelling behind it.
You know,
correct?
Absolutely. There's films that just hit you on a frequency that you feel to your heart, and that's what I wanted to do. And I spoke with my wife, and we came together and started Lion's Act Productions.
Yes.
So,
congrats. Yes, I love it. I love it. You guys have several. They got going on. Then you also got short films within that as well.
Yes, we have a couple short films that we've done. My wife's a big horror film genre fan and true crime thrillers, and we The Legend of the Donkey Lady. It's on YouTube. That one's a fun one. I
actually got to check that one out. I did watch it. I watched that one actually last year when it came out. I think you had promoted it, and I was like, okay, let me see what's going on. And I actually sat back and watched it on YouTube. I was like, man, really cool, really good job as well, man.
Thank you. We like doing projects that are unique and stuff that we can tell in our method of manufacturing. And the next one we did was The Last Laugh, because we do one every Halloween, a short film.
Nice. Okay.
So
all right.
We get the team together. We ask people if they want to come and be a part of it. And Sabrina and I are the writers, so we could write anybody into the script, but we want to put them in a position to win. So we ask them, well, what are your strong suits? What do you like to do? Are you good at screaming? Are you good at dying? Oh, you'd be a good dyer. Just lay there and don't move,
And you got the extras for the zombies and all that. You like, okay, just walk. Like, that's good.
Everybody's got a spot. And I feel like if I can make my way in this game without any experience, just gaining the knowledge from my wife and everything are online, because online you can see master classes from these famous directors, Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, Alfonso Cuarón, a lot of people that are sharing their knowledge for people to go and grasp, but you got to take the time to go and put the work in.
And that's what people always go over. They like, I can go through this initial class, but then what did you get out of the class to apply to yourself in a sense? You know what I'm saying?
How do you bring it? How do you bring it into your signature? And for myself, I wanted to tell authentic, gritty portrayal stories where the narrative is something that's not necessarily at the forefront.
Yes.
The American Coyote I started 3 years ago, and I wanted to tell the story of an immigrant who loses his parents to cartel violence and is forced into the same lifestyle.
Correct, yeah.
So it's similar to a snake biting its own head, where the cycle just continues.
Yeah.
And we, as Americans, are dealing with the backlash of this because of, what presidents have done.
Yeah, felt that immigrants may bring to the country, and that's very relevant to what's going on today, And it's funny that you started that 3 years ago and not even knowing, like, the impact that this movie is going to have on today's landscape,
As a Hispanic, we've been travelers, right? Like we lived here before it was the United States, and
it was Mexico before. It was Texas,
and before that, the natives before. So this land is a land of immigrants, and the thing that has changed is human trafficking.
Yes.
Once these borders were established, the human traffickers realized that, hey, we can move drugs and get paid once. We can move people and get paid multiple times, because you can charge them on the travel, and then you can charge them after, not illegally enslaving them,
Yeah.
And so this is something that's happening right now in every country, all over the world. Every state has human traffickers that are getting arrested and people that are going missing every day. And I wanted to share the story of not only somebody who had been trafficked, but someone, the trafficker.
Yes.
And not to empathize with any way, but to offer this story as a narrative and give people the chance to, hey,
protecting yourself, what to look for, like you mentioned, like be aware of situations. How are we going to be aware of certain situations if we don't know what the other side looks like?
We're 150 miles away from Mexico, and the laws there, unfortunately, aren't the same as they are here. And the people that are running the country, the cartels that they have a lot of money and power. And this problem is something it's not stopping anytime soon, unfortunately.
Correct. Correct.
So what can we do, right? As Americans here protecting our children, well, we could recognize what's happening. We may not be able to stop it, but over time we can create a plan that could at least protect our loved ones, our friends, family, our neighbors, and recognize the signs of, hey, something's happening, or, that house always has, the windows boarded up. The people, there's a lot of cars there.
I was going to say that as well. Before we go too far off, February 28th, Woodline Theater, we're having an exclusive viewing of the American Coyote, so make sure y'all pull up to that ASAP. Plug.
Yeah, come through.
Also, man, do you feel like as of recent, like, is it becoming more, like, people are seeing it more, or has it always been like this high volume where people have like been trafficking and we just really kind of turned a blind eye until like social media and news really got a hold of it like recently?
I feel two things. I feel like this has been happening since the 90s, but the borders were a lot different and relaxed. So
correct.
When it's easier, it's not as expensive, right? Mm-hmm. The harder it gets, the more money it costs.
Correct.
And that's not necessarily bad for the cartels because now they can charge more. Mm-hmm. So when we do place a border wall, when we place more border patrol agents, when we raise up the inspections that are being had, people are going to get caught, but there's such an influx and such a capacity south of our border that's ready to come, that wants this opportunity that we have here.
Correct.
That it's just going to keep going. And this is unfortunately a huge cartel machine that now has multiple levels, multiple groups. The Mexican government isn't really doing a lot to stop it or combat it now. So what we have to do is live with this, right? Mm-hmm. We have to live with human traffickers who came over during the influx a few years ago, that now some of them have Americans that are fighting for them to stay here. And I don't choose. I just recognize what's happening. Correct. So politically, I just feel like on every different subject, you can choose something different. I'm not red. I'm not blue. I'm American.
I mean, you want the people to win at the end of the day, and I totally agree with you on that aspect as well. Yeah. Republican, Democrat, whatever. I want to know how we can push our humanity, society forward. It ain't so much us, all of us who wants to go forward. How can we be better for each other,
And that's something I feel like if we truly came together with a plan that could be possible, whether it's offering civil service to new immigrants, whether it's, creating a transition that we invest money in to bring people that are going to be taxpayers and hardworking. There has to be a way, but it has to have both sides. And right now, everybody's fighting against each other. You have anti-ICE, everywhere, and then you have
everything.
Yeah, and what we really need to do is come together and find a legal median that can help everybody, because we're not helping people sending them south of the border, and they're not helping themselves coming over illegally. So
correct.
Let's meet in the middle.
In between, now we having Americans being killed by just no reason sometimes. Because not to say it's no reason, I apologize for anything in that sense of manner, but in a sense, senseless, like it's senseless. Like, we don't have to be out here marching the streets right now if they were doing things the right way or whatever. So it's a lot of senseless things that are happening, and it's sad, and it's just like, man.
And each action, I mean, you can look at it and show 1,000 different camera angles and talk with them, but in the end, ultimately, it's our opinions, right?
That's correct.
And so it's going to be the government's opinion of what happened, against the civilians' opinion of what happened versus the Democrats versus the agents, and there's so many opinions that if we just truly stepped back and came together, like after 9/11, where everybody was ready to, join the party. We did. We were like, well, why are we fighting when there's so much happening on the outside? And that's what I want to do with my film. I want to show people
Yes.
You're a part of something here in America that people are dying, literally and figuratively, to come here and be a part of.
Correct.
Let's use that in a positive manner.
Yes.
Let's help what we can. Let's talk to our legislation and find a legal medium. But first off, let's look out for the people that are here, hardworking, tax paying,
Yep.
you know, and you know,
let's try
let's
to make
help.
stuff happen.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's what the main goal is, to raise awareness about human trafficking, and do my best to, you know, shed a light on a dark subject that's unfortunately plaguing every race, gender,
yes.
creed,
Yes.
you know, and age.
Man, welcome to the plug number 7. We are officially locked in, you know what I'm saying? Marcus Davila is in the building, director, actor, writer of the American Coyote, plus many more that we'll get into as well, man. Tell me a little bit more about the film processes and challenges that you've had. You shot at 3 different locations for the film.
For the American Coyote, we shot in Mexico, in Pearsall, and San Antonio,
Nice.
all over the city. And when you make a film, you have to recognize, hey, if I want some people to watch this, I got to bring some big names, right?
Yep.
And so I'm looking through my phone, and I'm like, hey, I was like, man, DJ Kane.
Yes.
I called him up, and I was like, hey, man, I know you're on tour. When are you going to be back in San Antonio? Let's set up a meet.
Yeah.
And I just talked to him and pitched him. And I said, hey, look, I know you haven't acted in anything, but what do you feel about portraying something different than the musical star that you are, to show people your range?
Yeah.
I said, I think you could do this. And he was I'm on board, Marcus. Let's do it. Just let me
great.
know. Man, wait till you see
Oh,
it.
my
He's
God.
believable.
It looked great. I was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, bro, he's believable, and that's something that I want to do for people is help help them achieve their goals. And he wanted to act, so hey, let's do it. Let's put you in a position where you kick ass and show people, hey, I know I could fill a stadium, but hey, come see me on the screen. So I started looking for people that I felt could come on board and help us get some eyes on the film, and he's been a huge supporter. And after that, we got Joey Stacks, fitness influencer, bodybuilder, Christian, who's just doing amazing things for the community. As a person, he's a hard worker. And I was like, hey, Joey, I knew him from the club days. Yeah. And he was like, yo, what's up, Marcus? Yeah. I'm down. Just let me know. I know that they hit me up about this show that I was going to be on, but hit me up, man. I'm down. So I was like, all I need to hear is I'm down. As soon as I'm down, the writer starts flowing, man. So it's like, all right, I know I got a spot for Joey that he could kick ass in. So Joey came on board. I hit up Devin Brown, champion from the Spurs.
Wow,
so
that's cool.
Shout out to the Spurs. Thanks for lending me Devin Brown.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And so Devin I had knew from before, the same here in San Antonio. Supported him, and I called and I said, hey, Devin, would you be interested in coming out in this film? And he said, well, what's the role type? And I said, well, you would be, like a mafia boss, but of the black mafia. I said, I'm gonna set you up with the team people, because human trafficking affects all races.
So correct.
He was like, yeah, I'm on board. He says, can you get my son in? I said, done, man, done. So it's beautiful when people come together, for a project like this. We have JJ Fernandez, who's an actor here in San Antonio, Houston, all over, and I hit him up. Hey, JJ, what do you think? You want to be a cartel boss? He's like, let me know. And so it's just for my first film. It's a humbling experience, because it's like your first show DJing. If they haven't heard you before, they don't know your sound, they don't know your signature, but they come out to support you. So that's what this cast and crew have done for me on this film, and it truly is a humbling experience.
Humbling and inspiring to have these guys believe in the vision that you put out, because trust me, there's visions that people always put out and can't get through. And the fact that you got it through point 1, and then that day point 2, they were like, hey, I'm interested in this. Again, American Coyote, February 28th. Y'all better go ahead and punch your tickets in now.
We got spots for y'all. It's one of the biggest theaters in the city. We have around 1,000 seats. We have 300 on the mezzanine, 700 on the ground, and we're expecting to sell out. We have a lot of people come in from all over, and I feel like San Antonio has talent.
Yep.
Let's put it on the screen.
Yes.
Let's come on out, support the filmmakers so we can keep making these films.
Yes.
And just keep building, because there's absolutely no reason we can't be doing what any other city is doing.
Thank you. We right there.
Yeah.
What was the hardest part, or what was the hardest scene for you to shoot in the film?
Sure. We have a scene where I'm trafficking people across the border, and you have checkpoints and times between our circle where I need to get to this area, I need to get to this to get picked up, and something that you have in the human trafficking world is people get left behind. So I chose to, because children are unfortunately one of the major casualties that are left behind, and I show that in a scene where a father unfortunately has to leave his child behind because he's threatened with both of them losing their lives. And filming this, the child, the actor, I won't portray too much or spit too much out, but it was. We cried in that.
I was going to say, man, with the kind of piggybacking off of the question, man, how do you keep these people within like the mental? I know movies, and you really get into the character. How do you keep their mental health like in check throughout some of the like definitely what is story driven like this? And
it's similar to. I guess psychology, where you enter a certain mind state. But the thing is that perhaps filmmakers need to know and be aware of is that this actor will continue in that mind state until you pull them out. So when you prep somebody and get them ready, like if I'm getting an actor ready for a rough scene where he's going to be a boss and he's being a jerk or asshole to somebody, I need to tell him after, hey, okay, so the scene's over. I need you to go back to being the person that you are. You know,
but not funny, but seriously, yes.
And you learn to do that as a filmmaker so that you can put somebody in a position where they're, somebody else. Because acting it's a very influential.
It can really
mobilization.
And if you feel good in that character, imagine.
We see that. We see people that in Hollywood that they have to go to therapy for months, years after. Who do we have from Sinners that he had to go to Michael B. Jordan. He had to go to therapy after his role in Black Panther, and
because he was acting as Killmonger, and Killmonger was really
So you live with this character, and depending on whether you go method where you're 24 hours that person, or your different style where you just turn it on when the camera goes on and then turn it off. Everybody's style is different, but in the end, we as filmmakers have to recognize. If this person's going to immerse themselves in that character, we have to pull them out. We can't just leave them in the water.
And then let them kind of ride through. And you see that happen so much in the Joker, unfortunately. That, he played that role to the T on that Batman movie. But then trying to come out of it, he couldn't, man. And that was that was my first real moment of being like, dang, these actors really buy into their part, and they really do it like that, So again, going back to the tough part of the film that you had to film. Again, you had left a kid behind, and it got kind of emotional. And tell us a little bit more about the scene a little bit more.
So in the scene, I'm taking some migrants from Mexico over here across, and I'm behind on time because one of the children's holding me up, and so. The kid's falling, he keeps dropping, and I tell the dad, I said, I'm gonna kill both of y'all, or let's go, leave your son. He doesn't want to leave his son, obviously, right? But I have to force him to do that, and as the camera, angle sees this child that's crying, reaching out for his dad. It's his last grasp. It's something that's happening, that has happened. There's a lot of dead bodies in the desert and on the way over here that Border Patrol comes across, and some that haven't even been came across.
Correct.
People that are just killed along the way, or taken advantage of, to where I believe there's between a 90 and 100% rape percentage of the women across. So in Mexico. All of the pills for them to not have the child, they sell out everywhere because everybody knows, like, and what an unfortunate way to go across. I want to go and make it to this country, but I have a pretty good understanding that I'm going to get raped on the way. And so this is just a shitty system that we need to try to, raise awareness so that hopefully we can break this wheel as humans coming together.
Correct.
I'm not trying to do that with this film. I'm just trying to start the conversation.
Yes.
And let's show how our people are being abused so that we can talk about what we can do to fix it.
And if you ain't bringing light to it, it's going to stay in the dark.
Yes.
So it's great that you are shedding light on this, because we get Amber Alerts often too much on our phone that we want. Yeah. We see our news, we see everything, and we're just like, what is going on? So for you to shed light on this, I really applaud you, and really excited about this film. I know it's really, heart-wrenching, but it also sounds like it has some great action, a part of the movie as well, man.
Yeah,
I've seen all the big guns and everything.
We got big guns, ranches, horses, we got motorcycles.
Yes. Oh, man. Yeah, it looks good, man. It looks really good, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get into a promo real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and get right back, okay? Check this promo out.
A mí me dicen el coyote americano. ¿Y sabes por qué? Porque yo corro cualquier americano, mexicano, lo que sea. Nos pagaste, amigo. Tu familia nos pagó. Te vamos a cuidar. Tu gente, tu mamá, tu tía, todas las mujeres en tu vida van a ser de nosotros. Si hablas de esto, nunca vas a pensar de otra cosa más que esta cara. ¿Me entiendes?
Please help me find my daughter and don't let it pass more days, because anything can happen tomorrow. She shouldn't even be dead.
From that first scene,
Oh my God! Right? Like, how can you even think of a more epic?
Steady,
scene?
are you ready? Yeah, bro, G'd up. Oh,
that was always tough. That's always tough.
Yeah.
Welcome back from that trailer, man. Make sure y'all go and purchase y'all's tickets as soon as possible. The American Coyote is debuting February 28th. Actually, you guys had a chance to show it a little bit earlier, just recently. Tell me a little bit more about that experience there.
So we get to have these screenings, and the premiere was awesome. We had it at City Base here in San Antonio.
Nice.
And Brad over here at City Base is a big supporter of independent film.
Good stuff.
And that's pretty much the spot where everybody goes to show their film, because he gives local filmmakers, as well as people, some that aren't local, that come in and show their flicks there at his theater, and he gives us a chance to bring everybody together.
That's good.
And so I really appreciate Brad for what he does for the city, for cinema, and we got a chance to come together, and we sold out the show. It was fantastic.
Yes.
We had a nice cast, Q&A after, and really the film was very impactful, and a lot of people after were messaging, hey, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. When's the next one? And we don't book multiple ones because they're initial screenings. We haven't had our full release yet.
Yes. Okay.
So it's kind of like a private party.
Yes.
And if you want to come to the private party, you get a ticket, and you're able to see something before the release comes out.
Yeah.
So we're looking towards a March, April release, but the next theater that we're going to be at is Woodlawn Theater, and I wanted to make sure there was space for everybody.
Correct.
So I got the biggest spot I could get, you know, and it's about 5 times bigger than the last theater we sold out.
Yes.
But I'm confident that San Antonio will come together, and we'll be able to enjoy this film together. And take it back to the old days, you know.
Exactly. No, I'm very excited for it. You guys make sure y'all find some time to get out there and check it out, or you're going to have to wait until it gets into theaters or wherever else you go place it at, man. So really excited for what you got going on. Is there anything that you took from this film that you're going to be probably using for your next project? Let's talk next project.
Sure.
Let's talk next project.
Next projects are already in the mix and work. And then if there is something that I'll take is some of the cast and crew. filmmakers like to work with people that they know, they can trust, and that their talent they've worked with before. You'll see it with Christopher Nolan. You'll see it with, and all
that makes sense
types.
where you do see actors with other actors in a lot of different kind of movies. Okay, yes.
So it's like a battle buddy, It's like, hey, we've gone to battle before. I know that we're gonna hit some rough spots, but we'll get through it together. Yeah. And so you'll see some of the cast from the American Coyote in my next film called Vaqueros of Hawaii.
Okay.
So
we got an exclusive.
We got an exclusive. Vaqueros of Hawaii is a historical drama set in the 1820s about the Mexican cowboys that were taken to Hawaii and taught the Hawaiians how to become, cattle wranglers, how to use, all of the different tools and be able to control the cattle that had run rampant all over Hawaii. So cattle are a very strong and powerful creature, and King Kamehameha the First brought them into Hawaii, but wasn't versed in how to control them. So gotcha. I believe there's varying stories, but Captain Cook dropped and gifted some cattle, and he declared that they couldn't be killed. So they start multiplying, running wild, and they become long-haired cattle, like the mean ones. Yeah. So they're hurting villagers, and so what do? You reach out for some help, and at that point in time, the Mexican vaqueros were the best cattlemen and wranglers in the world. Yes. So they sent emissaries to California, which was Mexico at the time, and these Mexicans went over, and their names are emblazoned in history, and they helped begin what were the beginnings of the Pañolo culture. Gotcha. Pañolos are the cowboys from Hawaii.
Got you. Yep.
So the Mexicans, we got horses from Spain. We learned how to work them. We went over to Hawaii. We shared that knowledge with the Hawaiians. They took their own culture and gave it their twist. And what happened was 35 years later, they came to Wyoming for the Cowboy World Championships and won.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So it's a story of shared history and shared knowledge, and a point in time where, we didn't have to. Mexico could have just said no, but they were open to it. Yeah, they were open to it. The Hawaiians accepted it, took it to the next level, and then they win the championship. So it's a wonderful story of shared knowledge, and we're going to put some, a different suspense tale on it to make it a film and write a different narrative.
That sounds like a good place to shoot at. So if you need some extras, man, you can always call the plug, and I could be an extra, and I can just sit back there and, just whatever you need me to do. I'm in Hawaii. I don't care.
We definitely could, and I'll get you on that film. Everybody deserves a shot. Right. And, I might have you riding a horse real fast.
Hell nah. We don't need to plug on that. That's some injury written stuff.
Just get your insurance before we get you on that horse. But one of the big things we have is support from the San Antonio Charro Association, which maintain the Mexican history of the vaquero and continue their cowboy traditions for us to see at the Charro Stadium, as well as the rodeo and other events around where you're going to see them sombreros, you're going to see them cowboys rolling, and what they can do on a horse is just magnificent to watch. And I'm excited to be able to share this history, share this story with people who possibly aren't aware, or the ones that are, you'll get a chance to see it visually. Yeah.
And be honest, completely honest, I'm not aware of the story, but very excited for what you've been telling me and what I've already learned from it to be able to see it in action. It's like, oh man, that's really cool. I did not know that happened, but it's really cool that you bring awareness to a lot of different situations. What do you ultimately want out of your filmmaking at the end of the day, would you say?
At the end of the day, when I'm no longer making films, I want to look back and be able to say, hey, you know what? My signature was unique, authentic portrayals that when people watch it, they empathize with one character in the film and can recognize that, hey, He wasn't, making something that was stretching it too far, or I don't use a lot of green screen. I don't use AI in anything.
Yes.
I make my own posters. I'm really behind people who are artistic and put it out, and that's what I want to be known for. I like to be known for art that I put out personally, so I was able to maintain my signature throughout my career to where people can appreciate it or not, because art is subjective in the end.
It is, always.
Yeah, so I understand that there are going to be people that don't like it, but hey, there's going to be people that are. So that's all that one person could want is just to be appreciated for the hard work that they put in.
That's definitely dope. What did it mean for you to see Ken's Five bring it up on the news and talk about your movie and stuff like that? How did that kind of make you feel, to really be like, man, I'm really doing this,
It's inspiring because my father wasn't able to come to the film premiere, and he passed about 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to do my best, and I booked this other showing before he passed, hoping that he could come out. And he's been battling stage 4 cancer for a couple years, and he
sorry to hear that, brother.
Thank you. He one of his friends, an old family friend, called and said, "Hey, Marcus was on the news," and he was quiet. He said, "No, it's a good thing." And he was like, "Oh, Marcus, damn, man." and he was like, "Oh, also," he said, "Yeah, they were there at his film premiere." He says, "Tell him we're so proud of him." And so my dad's at his,
awesome.
in the hospice at home hearing this news, but. After I went and spoke with him and talked to him, and he said, "Hey, I'm just so proud of you finishing this."
Good.
I started it before he got cancer, and one of the reasons it took me extra long was because I lost my will as a filmmaker during the film, and changing it to just wanting to be around my dad. And kind of depression took over for a little while. And
totally normal, brother, for sure.
I just, at the end of the day, had to realize that life is precious. I had a wonderful life with my father, that he gave me everything that he could and more, and knowledge, and he fought to the end. And he made us all proud, and I'm going to continue to push with that legacy to where, others, God willing, my children will follow and say, "Hey, you know what, like, it must have been hard while Dad was making this movie, but he did it."
I was going to echo that as well, brother. Like, how did you find it within yourself to really finish the project? Definitely in the midst of emotion and all of this. Like, what made you be like, yes, I'm going to finish this? Or because it could have went either way. It could have been like, that project's there and I'll get to it whenever.
Honestly, there's two people, and my wife was every day pushing me. "Hey,
good stuff.
You need to book this. You need to film. This person's available this day." And I would tell her, "Nah, I'm just I'm not feeling it. I just." And sometimes I was on set filming these scenes, and I wasn't 100% all in, but I was there. But she was, and so. I can't thank you enough, Sabrina, for helping me complete this. And my aunt Maritza from Mississippi, she was a big push. She would call and say, "Hey, mijo, I need you to keep going." So every month or so, or every 2 months, Sabrina was a day-to-day. My tia was every month or so, or every time I talked with my uncle, and this was my dad's little brother. He just. They had seen me do a lot of things in my life, but they've never seen me complete a film. And this story is so vital to Mexican Americans as well as everybody else, that they felt it needed to be told, it needed to be shared. You started something, you finish it. And sometimes you just need to trust in your circle, and I did, and they helped guide me to the end.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. You couldn't have said it any better than that, man. Your support is the core of what you really want to push, and it's really good to hear that you have the support system, man. Because if you're trying to push it by yourself, like you said, we often get into slumps. We often get into slumps where we're just like, Okay, I'm not feeling it right now. But if you have someone to keep making the ball roll, then there's days where you do feel like you're going to do it.
Yes.
Then you're like, I got to do it better. I'm going to do it better. So that's a beautiful thing to hear, man. Yeah. Big shout out to your support system and support team as well. What advice would you give to filmmakers that are watching this about like a mistake that they make or whatever it may be to continue to go in their filmmaking career?
In this day and age, in the social media age, every mistake is magnified, but every lesson is as well. So just take every mistake as a lesson, move forward. It's okay if people are watching you trip, because one day you're going to run. Yep. And if anything has been done good by social media, it's that everybody has the opportunity. You can make a movie with a cell phone. Yeah. You can go on set and be an extra, you know, on Landman, you know, because now they're pulling people from San Antonio or 1923. They just recently filmed here.
Oh, wow, okay.
You have a chance, but you have to seek it out, and be willing to, you know, let people who are watching you stumble. Exactly, and be open to
That's one of the hardest things as filmmaking goes is the criticism, the critiquing. Okay, this is like my art, you know, it's just like the picture. It's like me DJing or whatever. Like, all right, man, it's the criticism that comes behind it that some people get, and then they kind of like fall back away from once they receive it.
And that's possible too. And something that I heard recently was Jelly Roll hasn't had a phone, you know, and Christopher Nolan doesn't have a cell phone. So there are ways around it. Yes. You know, you have to be willing to make that sacrifice. But if critiques are something that really hamper you, then remove every single thing that could offer you a negative critique and do what you want. Yes. And be recognized, you know, for what you can do.
Absolutely. And then what advice would you give someone trying to make a meaningful story without like a budget or a huge budget?
I would say create something that's unique, because if you create something that somebody else can mimic, then you're going to be in competition, you know. But if you create something unique to yourself and true, then you're never going to be in competition with anything or anyone, and people will recognize the talent in your story, and you got to put it out there. So don't worry about the budget. I made this film on a little over $700 budget, and
that's crazy. That's
and it's in theaters.
We flipping that. 700 times.
God willing, and that's what we want to do, right?
About.
We want to put something together that you feel you can do that with. If you're putting, you know, Killer Zombie 17, you know, then you have to recognize, hey, you know, there's going to be Zombie Killer that you got to worry about. You know, there's going to be
a lot of movies are like that where you identify, okay, they taking it from this, right? Taking it from that. It's got to be.
And then that's where they'll compare you. Yes. Instead of having a unique perspective to where the American Coyote isn't like any other film. If you do compare it to something it would be, you know, like a unique story of coming up, maybe City of God, you know, where the Brazilian film where you see a child come up through the slums and the favelas of Brazil, and it's an authentic portrayal. That film won awards. People call me the Mexican Tarantino.
Yes.
I just want to be Marcus, you know. And
I've seen the blood and gore already. He's right there. Right there.
My wife, man, she's like, that's not. It doesn't look real enough. Come on, Sabrina. All right, bring more blood, guys. I'm sorry, man. I got to get all over you, man.
Hey, you're like, oh, okay, we want it to look like Tubi, not the real. You're like, nah, we want all the blood on there.
Netflix, baby. Netflix. Give me that Netflix, bud.
The budget was the gore of the movie. I see it.
And that's what you got to do is just do your best and try to bring it all together. So
that's awesome.
Don't worry about the budget. You know, if you have to work while you're filming, and take 3 years, 2 years, 5 years to make your vision a reality. Once your vision's a reality, it's going to be a reality forever.
Yes, that part.
Your children, your grandchildren are going to be able to see this and appreciate it. And that's something that gives me, you know, peace of mind, because all my boys are in the film, all 3 of them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so that they all have little cameos in. And later on, if they choose to follow this path, hey, you know, we'll give them the pointers.
Yes.
But you're going to have to raise it up. You want to be more than an extra? Hey, I'm going to need you studying. I'm going to need you memorizing lines. I'm going to need you blocking. I'm going to, you know.
And it's nothing better than being able to work with family within that dynamic.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes. I got some kinfolk
I
that,
they don't want to listen sometimes. I already know that.
Man, I'm your cousin, so come on, give me a role on there.
Yeah, come on.
And then they don't show up. Oh, come on, primo.
Like, what happened,
I need you
man?
here. Hey, I'll tell you something funny. The American Coyote wasn't going to be me. The actor that I had initially, hired to be the main actor, the American Coyote, didn't show up. Scene 1, day 1, and everybody else did.
Oh, wow.
So I'm on my phone. I'm outside. We're 10 minutes before shooting. Hey, what's up? Messages, texting,
And nothing.
sending kites.
Yeah, everything like, come on, man.
Signals,
Come on.
everything. Come on, man. You're making me look bad.
Right,
bro.
right.
I had 2 choices: scrap it and never do it. Well, but the team's already here, right?
Yeah,
or,
correct.
Hey, you know what? Recognize that I want to act, possibly not in this moment, but if I do, you're going to be engaging, in a different aspect and angle that will raise your level, up.
And awareness of,
Sure.
the method of acting, the people involved, how to direct people in a sense, because not to say you can't be a director without acting, but you definitely want. It's almost like got to be a player too. You got to get out there, shoot a couple of jumps and play some defense. And
if you want to know what the ball feels like, Now,
now I got to touch with the ball. Okay, now I will encourage this. I encourage that. Do this. So it's amazing to see. How has being a father of 3 impacted your storytelling in a sense?
Sure. One of the most important things I tell people as a parent is our job is to keep them safe and protect them, whether it's from overuse of social media and bullying. There's a lot of children that are facing bullying, and one of the people that is fighting against this is Kylie, and we gave him an award at one of our recent events, for what he does helping to change these kids, perspectives, energy. So doing my best to teach these kids, hey, whatever you go through, you can get through it. If you need us, we're right here. And if you need more than me, I got a whole team behind me. So just keeping them safe and protected and teaching them the right way to be. As a veteran, you're only supposed to call the officers, sir. But I have my kids, hey, even the little one, the little 4-year-old, hey, excuse me, call me sir.
Yes,
The level of respect needs to be maintained.
Correct.
And especially amongst children, and so that when they do
Get
grow
to
up,
the point.
they're respectful young children.
Yep, exactly. Like, oh, you're rude. You're like,
I'm okay with them being a little wild, They're high energy.
Boys, boys gonna be boys.
but I played sports. I was athletic, and back then, and one of the things is, in a team, you're gonna see the fastest kid, the slowest kid, and the fastest kid is probably a high energy kid. So it was like, hey, we'll be able to culture that high energy into something, but maintaining respect with other children, with other adults, with their peers is something that we feel has to be, maintained.
Always. That's really good, man. I was going to also mention you come from a real big lineage of athletes and fighters. Tell us a little bit more about some of the fighters that come out of your camp and your family, man. Big supporter.
Yeah,
also, before you go into it, my favorite night still is when you got out on the stage and popped the gun, pow, and then the music came on, and then Tiger came out. I'm sorry, y'all. That was one of the squirrel moments. That was one of my favorites. I was like, that's how you make an entrance.
It's a Davila thing, right?
Yes.
Our family is renowned for our athletes. My grandfather was a professional baseball player.
Nice.
He played with the Corpus Christi Drillers. They were a sub team under the Houston Astros at the time.
Nice. That's what's up.
He played professional in Mexico and for a couple other teams. My uncle was a professional boxer, Borrao Davila. Rest in peace, uncle. My cousin Omar Davila was a junior welterweight world champion in boxing. Orlando's his brother is an amazing coach, and now Orlando's children Tiger and Dragon are both professional fighters.
Yes.
Tiger's going to be fighting Saturday in Floresville.
Yes.
And my cousin Dragon is fighting on Friday for the Fury Lightweight World Championship.
Congrats.
It's a family thing. We
Yes.
enjoy combat sports. We enjoy athletic sports. Omar's son
Very
Neto,
supportive.
he plays basketball. Apollo plays soccer, and we teach both our kids jujitsu. I've competed in jujitsu. I played some sub league semi-pro soccer after high school in the Navy. And for us, athletics is a way for us to be able to be competitive. But we also enjoy training martial arts and boxing and taking that aspect into competition as well.
Yeah.
We really enjoy just everything. Sports, fighting, all that.
All
that
the
stuff.
above. Big shout out to the Davila family this weekend. Make sure y'all go ahead and take care of business.
Yeah.
Very excited for both of those fighters as well, man. Before we get out of here, again, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. This has been The Plug, episode 7 with director himself, Marcus Davila, in the building. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do a quick rapid fire before we let you go, man.
All right.
Let us know what you think, and we're going to keep it moving, all right?
All right.
Favorite film director?
Christopher Nolan.
Okay, Christopher Nolan directed.
Inception.
Okay, got you. Yes. Okay.
Dark Knight.
Yes.
He's got the Odyssey going right now.
Okay, so my fault, Nolan.
Yeah.
No disrespect. Film that changed your life.
Ooh, La Bamba.
Okay.
Watching a Filipino playing a Mexican who made me feel like, hey, if this was back in the day and they can make it, you know, I can make it in something. And singing and playing guitar wasn't my thing, but seeing a lot of Caucasian famous people on TV and then seeing a Hispanic make it and do it and Isai Morales is amazing in that film. Lou Diamond Phillips, the Hispanic cast that was in there just kick butt. And I love that movie. I saw it many times. Really good. And if you watch it, you see it. It'll still look authentic right now. And that's what anybody could want as an artist.
Story, And I think Quentin Tarantino does the best with his movies, still looking like really good now. He's like, man, this still looks like it can come out. Yes, timeless. Yes. That's the key.
Sure.
Yes. One word to describe the American Coyote.
I'd have to say aggressive.
Nice.
There's a lot of aggression in this film. So if you're somebody that likes action, likes gritty, likes wild, you're gonna see it in different manners in this film.
That's what I'm talking about. And the last one, man, legacy over fame. Which one matters more to you?
Legacy for sure.
And tell me why.
Legacy is something that's everlasting and fame is temporary. Fame won't pay the bills, but if you have a lasting legacy, of greatness, then your children, your children's children will be recognized for the hard work that you did and provided.
That's what I'm talking about, man. It's been an honor to have you on the Plug podcast, man. Really, truly. From seeing you, I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to get you onto the Plug podcast, man. So for you to be able to be a part of it is really an honor, man. Definitely keep moving the way you move. You move like a motherfucking superstar. You know what I'm saying? So continue to do such. I want to give you open mic real quick for any shout outs, any upcoming events that are coming up that you would like the people that are plugged in to take part in.
Sure. First off, I want to thank the Almighty. Right now, we all could use a little God in our lives and just remain positive with everything that's going on. We have a lot of trials, tribulations that face us all every day, but just keep pushing. I'd love for everybody to be able to come out and support my cousins this weekend. Come see the Fury matches on Friday. Come see the Friday it'll be at Techport, boarding at Techport Center.
Nice. Okay.
Saturday will be in Floresville for Tigers fight. Come out and check us out February 28th. Come be a part of the red carpet. There'll be some famous people there. I'm not including myself.
Yeah.
So, you know, bring your phones. Make sure you clear that space so you don't get hit with the
for
not
your
enough
storage.
space left. Yeah. You're going to need that storage.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a film that's definitely memorable, and we hope y'all can come out and support us there. I want to thank my wife for teaching me everything that I know about film and giving me the opportunity to share this. I want to thank the plug for putting me on.
Yes, sir.
You know, I know a lot of DJs, but truly, if you want somebody that will rock the house, listen to this man's set. Listen to him play.
Yes.
He's extremely humble, but he's a hard worker. And once he gets behind the ones and twos, you will not be disappointed.
I appreciate that plug as well, man. Yeah. Hey, make sure y'all make the time out. Go check out Marcus Davila's latest film. Before I let you go, man, are we gonna get a hint as far as what to expect for Halloween this year? What's up? I'm bring y'all back, but I want to know what's going on.
People are gonna be dying in the film.
And
there's going to be a lot of blood. There will be blood. You know, the story, we can't release it yet.
Okay.
But as you know, we did the Donkey Lady last year. We did the Killer Clown this year. So who knows? It might be a killer DJ.
Hey, man. Hey. I'm excited for all your projects, man. Again, make sure y'all lock in. How can people follow or lock in with you on social media?
Okay, so we have Lions Act Productions Instagram. Yes. We also have a Facebook page. My wife, Sabrina Trevino, we have Instagram, Facebook. She's the filmmaker and the president behind Lions Act Productions.
Nice.
I have Facebook that y'all can, support and get a chance to see some of the stuff that we put out and just be able to follow and track us and help see what we got going next.
Yes, and film festivals. What advice would you give for people being a part of those film festivals? Is that important to be a part of? You think?
There's a range, and just like everything else, there's a spectrum, right? Of low to high, and so what you want to do, because I can be an award winner and I can sponsor myself and be, pay somebody with a little awards show, and hey, I'm an award winner and I can call myself the rest of my life an award winner.
Yeah, but
you can also, apart from that, you can put yourself in a competition where you actually earn it and put yourself in a prestigious award competition.
Yep.
And so look into these bigger competitions. Okay. They may cost a couple bucks. Find some sponsors, but don't be afraid of putting your work out there if you worked hard on it in competition against other films.
For sure.
You may surprise yourself and see that you are an award winner and it's gonna feel a lot better than carrying something that's a paperweight.
Paperweight, yes, man. Okay, man. I can talk to you all day. I already got the vibration that time is officially up, man.
All right. I don't know, guys.
I appreciate you coming out, man. But man, I thank you again. I could pick your brain. We're gonna pick your brain again. I want to bring you back in October. Okay. And we can go ahead and check out the horror film that we're gonna go ahead and release. But for now, thank you guys. This has been the Plug episode number 7. Marcus Davila. We out. Yeah.